to what we want to do.
I think there's a ton of crazy, like, weird spots you can do, but if anyone's going to teach, it would be Shotzi. But Optic right now looking to dominate the middle of the map. Gwyn has eyes on it, but he's just getting the pinch. The rest of his team right towards that A site.
What do you think his potential is the rest of the year?
A lot of noise.
I mean, just becoming the best flex that he can. Like, again, this is a long-term project, at least in my eyes. It's like a draft pick. He's playing well for sure, but you need to develop him into his highest potential.
Well, they're dodging the wall bangs for the moment, waiting for their time to strike. You see the nades as well coming through. It's great for damage. Doesn't look like there's a follow-up though from Optic, and the bomb still yet to go down. Nobody's pinching.
I won't break this down too much because I don't want to give shit away, but
yeah, that was gonna be the 1-3 go.
Will this VOD be posted? Yeah, I'll post this VOD. Or like keep it public, whatever, once the stream ends. Do you think the Ravens knew about the Wallbang spawn? Probably not. Again, we knew Boston knew it for sure because they tried it in a match. That's where we got it from. They tried it in a match versus Vancouver.
You've been gifted a bit of magical timing. Are they going to turn for it? Yeah, Teach snaps on. Good round out of the Ravens.
Let's make sure he has a passport and it's not expired. Yeah, we're already on top of that type of stuff. Paige has already messaged us the other day about it.
And the final kill, and then going to play effectively perfect. It's all about the timing for those island players of when you want to hit the flank, when you're responsible for it, but he gets the timing perfect. TJ gets that first kill. I'm assuming the comms flowing. Everybody's in the back or in mid squaring up.
Is he Canadian? No. He's American.
Absolutely.
It's just for like EWC.
It's a solid round number 1 there from the Ravens. And I think getting a successful 8-point down with no trophies.
He is from Indiana.
Not an easy round 1.
That was really nice. Again, patient play for both teams towards that A-bomb side.
Oh, and Toronto. Yeah, you're right. Good shot.
There was nothing. Optic could not find an opening, could not find an angle. The 2v2 taking place over by B, though.
I completely forgot Champs was in Toronto for some reason.
Already been made. But the real story is, where is this bomb going? Where is the big bada boom making its way? It is.
Wait, did the Leafs win yesterday or no? The tied now?
Teach throws a couple more. Oh,
dude, I would need to see a Leafs Stars finals. That would be such a banger.
Open and available for the bomb plant. It is completely free, except for the sound of death. Never ready for the RC car.
The nade's going to be there, but no trades.
Find it so funny that Optic has Canadians, but Ultra and Surge don't. I mean, that's like every sport. Just because you have a team there doesn't necessarily mean they're from there.
Flank 3 dead. Dashy now fighting from the back. And Gwyn's gonna get it. It was a 1v4 for Big Bruce, but it's a 3 spree for Tej and a 2 for Gwyn.
Gwyn in his
of dealership. Well, Gwyn's nearly got himself another RC car. He has the bomb, so if he plants this, he's gonna get it. And he better hurry up. The nades will be there soon. Ooh, here they come. Well, bomb planted. Most likely streaks secured there. Optic now, the wind up through the back. Here we go. Holy RC. Ooh, you crossed the threshold. Damage dealt. Optic trying to make moves. Oh, but the nades, they're going to be so...
Getting up to this car is like so important on that offense. If you can get there and it's not blown up. Or if it is blown up already, it's even better. But playing these cars is so annoying.
Provides in a 2v2. There is just no time on the clock. Optic have to run it down. Slasher doing the smart play, and Gwyn.
I would never send a flanker on the bomb retakes. I mean, sometimes you can flank, but a lot of times they're just watching it. I think it's probably just better to bang it out together. We just weren't really doing the retake shit together.
It was a 2v3 really. The clock was on the side of the Royal Ravens, and Lidigo
just getting the first blood to kick off.
Hello. Oh.
Means the rest of Optic are going to have to spend so much time dealing with everything else. Like the square up battle at A, we're running at them.
Hello. Oh, what an opener. Huke might get the first, but his teammates, they're in trouble. Mercules with the old Hail Mary. Catches one of his own, has to back on up. And Tej runs into trouble, and Trouble's name is Dashy, 2v2.
Yeah, TJ wanted that one. He had the one-shot call and ran it down. Plenty of time, by the way. A minute is so much time to work with. These are AR players.
OpTic has had almost every Canadian. Carmed, Gunless, Dashing, Illy. Now I just need to pick up Exotic for Angle responsibility. Well, ASIM is also a Canadian. ASIM, Royalty, Diamond Con. Who else is Canadian? Goonjar.
No way! Slasher 1v1.
I'm trying to name all the Canadian COD players. Ray, obviously. Ray was on COD or on OpTic.
Speedy as you like.
Get Yusuf on the 18U team. Yo, we might, bro. Yusuf might be him.
Greatest S&D player of all time. One of them. New kid. Nope. Slasher Kool-Aid man's the door and yeah, super easy kill. So lovely play call. Again, Dashy just wants to back down, let his teammate get to work, and Dashy makes a great play, going prone, wins the first gunfight, gets the second guy weak. He couldn't ask for anything more out of either player. And that is
how much of a role did Zinni actually have in the pickup? I assume a decent amount, because I remember, or at least from what Hex is saying, that he made a call to Hex, but Damon and I were talking over the weekend during the matches after watching him, like, or while watching him, and I think Damon had texted Hex, but I don't know if anything came out of it. But then like the few days after, we had conversations about it, saying that it would probably be the right move. Just again, this is like a future. This is a future move. This is you see someone in the draft and you're taking a chance on him because you think he could be good.
Oh my god.
It's a long-term play. What was your reaction when Hex asked you? I said it would be a good move for the future of OpTic, long-term and short-term.
Oh my god.
B-bomb. It's gone. And so is Red.
This was the wallbang. Say, look, Mason's gonna go for it, but then Kyler calls him off. He's like, I had so many more reps than you on this. And it's perfect.
B-bomb. It's gone. And so is Rex. No bomb.
Yo, that's tech. Did you see where Huke just did that from?
No, I did not.
He did that in the garage. Okay, write that one down. Write that one down.
Thank you, Boston and Purge Purge for showing us in the VOD.
We have loaded the sheets. Ravens, can you recover this one? Hello. Oh, Twerkules throwing that thing from way back.
Dude, this might be...
Hearing it from multiple people probably helped convince Hex. Yeah, I would assume so. He had like private calls with pretty much like everyone, I assume. Just taking all the information.
To make it happen. Huke revealing tech prior to the major, and yeah, here's the look.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, dude,
Twerkules? I saw that in the YouTube chat and I was like, what the fuck? Y'all are insane.
He's not, but that's the way it goes.
Because if you have to plan for inner, like, it's not ideal for the post plant. You got to be wide out in the open. He died in the window. That might be a B-bomb site killer.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Treyarch. Help us, please. Por favor. In the meantime...
Can you say names to the wall or just the lineup? No, it's just the lineup. No names. Names would be insane.
We're doing all right. They've lit up the beamer.
At least when I was trying it, I didn't see names. I'm pretty sure you can't see names. So when you talk to GA in the spot, I don't think so. I'm not part of the GA chat, and hasn't updated us on that. I assume it won't be, but I have no idea. I mean, the invasion ones weren't GA'd, right? So.
Oof, good shots. Gets away with this live 2v2.
A little too quick there from Shotzi. And 40 seconds left. Huke might want to travel with this bomb. Dashy's got the pinch.
Good angle responsibility. Is that... Yo, is everyone just going to spam that shit now? Jesus. The worst part again is like, it's actually a thing. It's just never been called anything like that. It was just a corny name.
They're trying to no-show the bomb, maybe make him go towards A, but now just take the fight.
Did you answer the methods question again? I had an ad. I was saying I would assume it had some type of effect for sure, because I want to say he called Hex, or that's what at least they were saying on the podcast, but Damon and I were texting each other about it, and I think Damon had messaged Hex. I didn't message Hex like personally, but me and Damon were like talking about the possibility of it, and I assume once like Zin had made some type of call, it was getting in his brain more. And then he had the private like calls with everyone.
I mean, big problems to solve. They've had success at the A site, and I think they might just be forced to go there. Like going towards B at this point might just be hell.
JP, how can I get better even when I'm at a high level? Everyone can always get better. Pro players can get better. Meaning you can get better. There's always things you can do better. That goes for any competitive thing ever.
Gwyn on the retreat. Rex is like, go. I've got this. I've also got bomb. We're not giving up this corner. Gwyn. Hop shots. Good stuff. Huke with a hit point advantage. And he wants it. And his boys are here. I mean, this is it.
Zin was tripping that they shouldn't have rotated to this bomb. I just felt like if they rotate on a map this small, they just need to be ready for the player in the window. Wait, where? In this other round?
Swing, swing. They've lit up the beamer. Swing, swing. Slasher, good shot.
I mean, they just make the call instantly because they see the last two guys A. Obviously, you can get to the other site pretty quick.
They can plan to be safely because I don't know if Carolina.
But I don't think it's a bad call.
Yeah, they're not even gonna try it because
we just get picked from the window before we like fully have it. Or wait, I guess Brandon's watching it, but I guess he can't see. Yeah, no, the angle he can't see.
Oof, good shots. Gets away with this live 2v2.
I don't mind the wrap. You see last guy deep A.
Gets away with this live 2v2.
Only one that can stop this is the guy middle, and I guess Anch probably should have had that in his head, but he was assuming with them playing this spot that they would have it for him. I don't think it's a bad play. Plus he sees him at the last second. I don't know if on his screen it looked like this too.
Oof, good shots. Gets away with this live 2v2.
A little too quick there from Shotzi in 40 seconds.
I mean, you don't have a free bomb plant. Look at where number 7 is. Number 7 literally checks it. You do not have a free bomb plant.
Oh, it was a 5 before it came to an end. Back over to B we go.
If he goes, if Amp goes and plants here, he dies. So I don't know what you mean by free bomb plant.
Before it came to an end. Back over to B we go.
Or you mean like wait for everyone like to come up? I mean, regardless, he's still, if he stays there and doesn't wrap back like this, he dies. No?
Good shots. Gets away with this live 2v2.
A little too quick.
I don't mind the wrap. I'd rather you reset with the numbers anyway. I don't think it's a bad
a team
play.
that rarely makes mistakes in these kind of moments. I think OpTic are going to be forced to make the play.
I think it just sucks because like this 2v1, they had no idea what to do because they knew like another guy could be mid. So they didn't want to like plan it and get timing, and they didn't have anything on the map because they knew, or they didn't know where the last guy was at the time.
On a team play.
And Brandon jumps in the window as soon as this guy gets there, and his heart just sinks.
But now, just take the fight, lads. Uh-oh. Gwyn v Huke slammed OpTic off the back of a crazy two-piece from Mercules. The Dashy and Huke show close out.
3 rounds in a row from OpTic, and the vibes really starting to kick in as well. So they're going to be playing with even more confidence. Fantastic work there in the 2v2, and Slasher, unfortunate, he just peaks at the worst possible time. And Gwyn nearly gets away with murder, but now for Ravens, I mean, big problems to solve.
Were you ever a pro, or how did you become an analyst? Never a pro.
Might just be forced to go there.
But here is a link to, to most of the story.
So thinking about the A-bomb.
I get the question a lot. That's only reason why I link it. So apologies. But.
It's done. It's over, and now we overwhelm the boys around the corner.
That and the Around the Bar podcast with Hitch are good watches.
We're not giving up this corner. Gwyn, hop shots, good stuff. Huke with a hit point advantage.
Or is it funny ass command? Yeah, I forget who made it, but whoever did good shit.
Great work. Mercury's never going to lose that one. Shots up over the top.
You guys like this map now? I mean, going into it, we weren't liking it, but we just figured we need to like expand our map pool a little bit because we lost the red card in a Hosty to Boston. So we needed to, and we knew we weren't going to want to play red card most likely versus Carolina. So
in the back by Huke.
Yeah.
Eventually.
There it
again,
is.
this is the first time we had spawned in with Mason. So that's again, people were like, "Oh, why did you give Boston their best maps or whatever, it's because they play dealership and we had not spawned in with Mason on dealership, and again, we never played in a match together, so it was just one or the other. And we were doing well in the Hossie at the beginning. We were 3-1 or whatever. We just kind of trolled some rounds.
OpTic just send 3 players there to run it down, and TJ was standing in that tiles building. Right, OpTic
have a data analytics team.
Like 5-6 seconds before
yeah, you're looking at them.
If Raven's hand is being forced,
but yeah, some pro teams have like analytics guys.
Breaking out the good strats. Jotsy's got pinch, making noise over towards B. Already a first blood. Dashy beams a guy out of the window.
I mean, goodness gracious. Dashy Huke duo won a round previously. Now they're still working over towards this B-bomb side together.
Yeah, Mercules is going to spot this, by the way. Yeah, number 7.
So your biggest coaching point with Mace at the moment?
Yeah.
There's a couple things, but there are some like fundy stuff that he can work on, but again, it's not much stuff. It's just, I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but there's like some slice stuff. Also, I think his comms are pretty like decent, or pretty good for like again, someone who's only played Respawn for a year. But if he can attain the ability to like direct a little bit more, because I know he's processing a lot. I think he has sometimes the same issue with the processing with Ant, where it's like he's processing so much that he can't like speak it all and do the same thing or do the play on the map. But I know he's processing in the map. That's the good part. It's just if he could direct it a little bit more to everyone else around him, it'd be perfect. But I'm not worried about that. That's just like, that's something you gotta grow into.
He's doing this alone. And he can just sort of sit here and John McClane it in these vents. We'll see if he dies.
Trolley is 1v2. I think he played it pretty well. I would just be shitting myself if I had to play the vent like this.
Oh no, the crowd gave it away. Oh no! 1v1, 15 seconds.
Merc doesn't seem like director. No, I mean, I don't think he needs to be director. I'm thinking that could be something he adds to his bag to make it even fucking more impressive. Someone said, can you work on it, or what coaching or working on his gameplay could you do? And that's another step that you could take. It's not a bad thing to have another person directing in comms. And again, directing is not limited to one person in comms. Anyone should be directing based on the information they have.
And he absolutely delivers. You can't ninja defuse against OpTic.
That's just good comms in general.
It's been that way for a decade.
Can't even do it online. Oh man, he was close. Shotty was tagged up. Crazy. Well, once again, folks,
Merc have the highest potential since Sims entrance. Sims entrance. I mean, and had some pretty big potential once he started getting really good at MW 2019. Scrapped it as well. And what Vanguard he played M, but what was MW2 his rookie year? Paco had some pretty big expectations too. But again, I mean, I don't know if anything would ever rival Simps nowadays, just because of how big he was in the search scene and like search stuff. Like same with Celium and Brandon. Like they were all like pretty hyped up. Like it was a different community and shit back then, but they were all pretty hyped up going into whenever they got picked up going into that year. Simp was probably the most, I would assume, but Cell was also up there, and Brandon for sure too. But all of those S&D kids, like they were all just really hyped up.
Rex again over towards this site, able to get you a first blood in spite of the mixiness of all the car explosions. So Rex on point, and Gwyn absolutely having himself a map. Has had quite a few really key rounds,
too.
Especially so on the attacking end. Still though, Ravens trying to dig themselves out of a hole because OpTic won 5 in a row. Just throwing that out there.
5 great rounds. One more to tie it all up, folks. Good old Gwyn. He got very active there. Fast hit here from the Ravens. Teach, how quiet were you? Pretty quiet. Is he in behind? Shoulders from Rex. That's enough to send it. Oh, yeah. TJ, you are so patient. He's so patient.
Yeah, I know, TJ.
He's just waiting for the person to bang through.
Brandon called it. Brandon was like pretty sure that he was playing this too. They just never They didn't clear it. Brennan was like, yo, you want to clear this, Kyler? And Kyler was like, no, let's just hold this for a second. Brennan was like literally reading it. He was like, I think there's someone DJ.
Don't do it. Just die. He's still hopping.
Also, Ant fucking Kobe's this guy. I didn't see this till after, but I was like, how the fuck did it become 4v2? Because like I thought we were all just like spreading. And he just randomly nades this. It's a insane god nade from the cars.
He's still hopping.
Oh, and in the yo.
Oh, come on.
Regardless, we would have teamworked this guy anyway, singled him out. But the nade is just even more impressive.
Unless.
Dude, where Slasher's now, by the way, that's where Rex died to a car explosion. I don't know if Shotzi Kobe'd him from across the map or if the car
He did.
was just
He did
on
chance.
fire and randomly explodes. But that is this was dealership at its finest.
Do you agree with his playstyle as reminiscent of Damon? I guess so.
Historic collapse moment. It all went down.
I mean, Damon was just a flex.
GG's. You will never find.
They're both flexes, so maybe I don't know. I mean, I guess it's hard to like compare playstyles when they're two very different eras of COD.